Albany Plan of Union, July 10th, 1754. It is proposed that humble application be made for an Act of Parliament of Great Britain, by virtue of which one general government may be formed in America, including all the said colonies, within and under which government each colony may retain its present constitution, except in the particulars wherein a change may be directed by the said act, as hereafter follows. 1. That the said general government be administered by a President General, to be appointed and supported by the Crown and a Grand Council, to be chosen by the representatives of the people of the several colonies met in their respective assemblies. 2. That within months after the passing such act, the House of Representatives that happen to be sitting within that time, or that shall especially for that purpose convened, may and shall choose members of the Grand Council in the following proportion, that is to say, Massachusetts Bay, 7, New Hampshire, 2, Connecticut, 5, Rhode Island, 2, New York, 4, New Jersey, 3, Pennsylvania, 6, Maryland, 4, Virginia, 7, North Carolina, 4, South Carolina, 4, total 48. 3. Who shall meet for the first time at the city of Philadelphia, being called by the President General, as soon as conveniently may be after his appointment. 4th. That there shall be a new election of the members of the Grand Council every 3 years, and, on the death or resignation of any member, his place should be supplied by a new choice at the next sitting of the Assembly of the colony he represented. 5th. That after the first 3 years, when the proportion of money arising out of each colony to the general treasury can be known, the number of members to be chosen for each colony shall, from time to time, in all ensuing elections, be regulated by that proportion, yet so as the number to be chosen by any one province be not more than 7 nor less than 2. 6. That the Grand Council shall meet once in every year, and oftener if occasion require, at such time and place as they shall adjourn to at the last preceding meeting, or as they shall be called to meet at by the President General on an emergency, he having first obtained, in writing, the consent of 7 of the members to such call, and sent duly and timely notice to the whole. 7. That the Grand Council have power to choose their Speaker, and shall neither be dissolved, prorogued, nor continued, sitting longer than 6 weeks at one time, without their own consent, or the special command of the Crown. 8. That the members of the Grand Council shall be allowed for their service 10 shillings sterling per denum, during their session and journey to and from the place of meeting, 20 miles to be reckoned a day's journey. 9. That the assent of the President General be requisite to all acts of the Grand Council, and that it be his office and duty to cause them to be carried into execution. 10. That the President General, with the advice of the Grand Council, hold or direct all Indian treaties in which the general interest of the colonies may be concerned, and make peace or declare war with Indian nations. 11. That they make such laws as they judge necessary for regulating all Indian trade. 12. That they make all purchases from Indians for the Crown of lands not now within the bounds of particular colonies, or that shall be within their bounds when some of them are reduced to more convenient dimensions. 13. That they make new settlements on such purchases by granting lands in the King's name, reserving a quite rent to the Crown for the use of the general treasury. 14. That they make laws for regulating and governing such new settlements, till the Crown shall think fit to form them into particular governments. 15. That they raise and pay soldiers and build forts for the defense of any of the colonies and equip vessels of force to guard the coasts and protect the trade on the ocean, lakes, or great rivers, but they shall not impress men in any colony without the consent of the legislature. 16. That for these purposes they have power to make laws, and lay and levy such general duties, imposts, or taxes as to them shall appear most equal and just, considering the ability and other circumstances of the inhabitants in the several colonies, and such as may be collected with the least inconvenience to the people, rather discouraging luxury than loading industry with unnecessary burdens. 17. That they may appoint a general treasurer and particular treasurer in each government when necessary, and from time to time make order the sums of the treasuries of each government into the general treasury, or draw on them for special payments as they find most convenient. 18. Yet no money to issue but by joint orders of the President General and Grand Council, except where sums have been appointed and particular purposes, and the President General is previously empowered by an act to draw such sums. 19. That the general counts shall be yearly settled and reported to the several assemblies. 20. That a quorum of the Grand Council empowered to act with the President General do consist of 25 members, among whom there shall be one or more from a majority of the colonies. 21. That the laws made by them for the purposes aforesaid shall not be repugnant, but, as near as may be, agreeable to the laws of England, and shall be transmitted to the King in council for approbation, as soon as may be after their passing, and if not disapproved within 3 years after presentation, to remain in force. 22. That, in case of the death of the President General, the Speaker of the Grand Council for the time being shall succeed and be vested with the same powers and authorities to continue till the King's pleasure be known. 23. That all military commission officers, whether for land or sea service, to act under this general constitution, shall be nominated by the President General, but the approbation of the Grand Council is to be obtained before they receive their commissions, and all civil officers are to be nominated by the Grand Council, and to receive the President General's approbation before they officiate. 24. But, in case of vacancy by death or removal of any officer, civil or military, under this Constitution, the governor of the province in which such vacancy happens may appoint, still the pleasure of the President General and Grand Council can be known. 25th. That the particular military as well as civil establishments in each colony remain in their present state, the general constitution notwithstanding, and on sudden emergencies any colony may defend itself and lay the accounts of expense thence arising before the President General and General Council, who may allow and order payment of the same, as far as they judge such accounts just and reasonable. Thank you for listening to the Albany Plan of Union, written in 1754. This was one of the first plans made by the colonies to unite into one government. One notable figure who participated in making this plan was Benjamin Franklin. His experience and expertise was necessary in uniting the colonies and founding this country. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. You can always read this document on the timeline page of the site. Please support the channel in whatever way you can. Thank you, and see you next time.